What is up, YouTube? It is 978 Studios, Kyle for 978 Studios, and I finally got the voice recording to work. So, just thank you guys for a year of 978 Studios' existence. It's been a long time. It's been a lot of fun. So I finally got the voice recording to work, as I just said, but I've been working on this for months, and I finally got it to work. If you guys want to know how I'm doing this, it's kind of it's kind of hard to explain. So just leave a comment below if you want to know how to do this. It's kind of like a last resort that I did, but it does work. So let's get going. So first thing we're going to do is we just made 3 layers on top of the background layer, but first thing we're going to do is we're going to select the background layer here. Make this a little bigger. Alright, so we're going to select the background layer, which is layer 0, which is the full picture. So then we're going to go into Filter, Topaz Labs, and then we're going to do Topaz Denoise. And right here we're going to click on JPEG Strongest. We don't have to fiddle around with any of this, it just does it on its own. As you can see from the preview, the original and the preview. Preview is a lot smoother than the original. This might have to be a 2-part video, so just in case it does, I wanted you guys to know that this might take a little while. So I'm just going to make it 2 parts. So psychedelic is what we're going to want to use, but you're going to want to go to Global Adjustments and Details, turn the strength down a little bit. Sorry if I'm going a little fast, but we're going to turn it down to like somewhere in the 90 to 115 range. And color, you can just fiddle around with the saturation, but you don't need to make it super saturated. I'm just going to leave it kind of where it was. Finishing touches, you can also do transparency, just like the opacity of the effect. So if I barely wanted anything, which doesn't really make much of a difference at all, I'd go to like 97, and to have more of it, I would go to like 0.6, but I'm just going to leave it at 0.0, just the full effect. So we're going to click Apply right there. Next, you're going to go to the HDR collection and do light pop grunge, light pop smooth, medium pop grunge, medium pop smooth. I typically use light pop grunge and smooth. For this player, I will do grunge. This is Goran Dragic. I will show you guys how I get pictures from recent games later in the tutorial if I have time. I might also make a separate video for that. So we're going to click OK. After that, you don't need to click Apply. It'll just automatically apply. I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. There we go. Alright, and then we're going to go to Filter, Topaz Labs, Topaz Denoise again. We're going to click Strongest again, and again it will smooth it out quite a bit. We're actually going to click Reset All, and I'm just going to do it on my own. We're just going to do that a little bit. And we're just going to do a little bit of a shadow right there. So yeah, this skin is taking a little while, so we might have to make this 2 parts. But Topaz Clean, we're going to go to Curly Smooth right here. I'm going to turn the threshold down to about 0.3. Sometimes I do more, sometimes I do less. And as you can see, his face is really messed up. So we're going to turn strength down to about 2, radius down just a little bit. I'm going to click OK because that looks alright for what I'm trying to do. Alright, so that's the skin that I usually use. It looks different on most pictures. Some pictures it'll look more similar to other pictures than others. That was a little bit confused. I confused myself right there, but let's just keep going. So first thing we're going to do in terms of making background, we're going to be using the Quick Select tool, which in my workspace is right below my Select tool. It'll usually be the 4th one down. or another lasso tool. So we're just gonna make sure you click the plus. I do this kind of differently than other people, but click the plus, and then we're just gonna select the entirety of Dragic's body. This is the most tedious part. You'll hear most people say that because it requires focus and attention, and you want to make sure that it's as perfect as you can get it. So here we're going to go up on his arm, get his fingers, make sure everything has the little moving lines border. Sometimes you go over it, that's fine. You can go back and use the eraser tool. The ball, it's pretty hard sometimes to get all of it. And this part is selected though, but I'll show you guys how to get rid of that in just a second. Okay, so alright, we've got most of it down. Yeah, I'd say that's good enough for what I'm doing right now. So yeah, this will probably be 2 parts unless I speed it up real quick. Alright, so we're just going to click layer via copy, which will make it an entirely new layer right here. So to finish off the masking, I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna click the eye right next to layer 0, which makes it invisible. It doesn't take it away, it just makes it invisible, don't worry. So as you can see, we have some unwanted parts and parts that we would want. So I'm gonna increase the size. I'm on the painting workspace as well, which makes it easier for using brushes. So we're just gonna take it down right there, take it down a little more. We're just gonna eraser tool the entire part right here that we don't want. Sometimes I over crop it, but that's fine. And also right next to the P there are bracket keys, and you can use the left bracket to make the brush smaller, which I'm doing, or you can make it larger like that. Control Z is a shortcut for undo. So yeah, there's a little part here on the ball that I would want, but I'm just going to skip that because it's not entirely necessary. Alright, right up on his face right here, I'm just going to cut it off right there. Just going to smooth this out. And if you're not good at masking, don't worry. The only thing that you're going to do is get better. You're going to notice things more, and you're going to find your own ways to do what you want with it. Alright, so that looks good enough for now. Yeah, so then you click the little blank box to make it come back, and I do Shift Alt Control B. I know it's different on Macs. I don't know the Mac keyboards, but you can always just go to Image, Adjustments, and then there's a black and white option. So black and white, sometimes I'll do maximum black. I will do that for this one. Now we want to make the player the top layer, so just drag them up. Next thing we want to do is we want to get a nice red. Yeah, this will be 2 parts. So then we just use the eyedropper tool, click around, find a good red. Nice Miami Heat red right there. We're gonna use the fill bucket tool. It'll default be the gradient tool, so just right click, change to the paint bucket tool. You can also do a gradient if you want. So then we're just gonna click right there, and it's completely full. So then you want to go to here, it says normal. These are the blend modes, normal and soft light, or you can do overlay. Those are my 2 main ones. I'm just going to do soft light. Alright, so this is part 1. I will do the brushes in part 2.